He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A doot, a doot, a doodly a doot. He blows it 8 to the bar. In boogie rhythm, we can't.
Ocio, and good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm not going to be on long tonight, okay? Because I got to get up in the morning real early. I was going to be on last night, but I had ate some food that kind of doubled me over a little bit, and there's just no way I could go on live. You know, I was having the trots, if you know what I mean. Okay, I have two things I want to show tonight before we get into the questions and answers. All right, but just before I get into that, let me just say that I was going to show some a little footages of the clips of these chickens I got out here. But that'll have to go on a video because I couldn't pull them up on a live stream, so I'll have to do that on a video. So, getting that out of the way, I have. Let me find it. I have two things. They're not long, and let me see, where are they? Well, I know they'll show up here somewhere. Okay, I found the right files. Let me see what we got here. Well, I apologize here. I should have had all this done up a little earlier. For some reason, something's not showing up. Well, this thing's a little slow. Okay. All right, let's pull up this one and see what you think about this. All right. Hold on.
Year is 1974. The headline reads, "Are UFO sightings and mutilations related?" Opening paragraph: mutilated livestock, unauthorized helicopters, and unidentified flying objects have residents wondering and worried in some areas of Nebraska. Doors are locked and guns are loaded. But that is just a fragment of the story. It's been documented by the FBI.
I'm sorry. But before we go into any more of this, this is from Justin Knight. He has a video here, channel, excuse me. I'll get my stuff together here. He has a channel here on YouTube, and his wife, Lisa Haven, also has a channel. But if you ever want to, go over and check them out. And hey, Ocio there, bro. Hey, Danny, East Standing Bear, Ocio. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to be on long tonight because I got to get up real early in the morning. But I wanted just a couple of little shorts here to, well, this one's a little bit longer, but I'm going to cut it short. But anyway, Now, we have all seen them on the cattle mutilations. We've all heard that, but we still have a lot of questions, inquiries yet to this day. We're always looking into it. But let me pull this back just a little bit here and let's go back into this.
Doors are locked and guns are loaded. But that is just a fragment of the story. It's been documented by the FBI. One such article held in their files in the vault is the mutilation mystery. Well, again, we're talking 1973 for this article. Fast forward to today, and it's happening again. Madison County Sheriff's Office coming out of Texas, April 19th, 1:24 p.m. They're investigating the death and mutilation of cattle. Ranchers advise a 6-year-old Longhorn cross cow has been found lying on her side, deceased, and mutilated on their ranch. But the story expands well beyond that, and that is what we're here to cover. Well, it's happening again.
Now, we've all had questions about this. We have all had questions. Now, we talk about cattle mutilation. Excuse me there. Mutilations. I'll get it out there. All right. And, yay, payday tomorrow. Yeah, you're right, Danny. Payday. Yeah. Okay, so on the mutilations, now, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all remember, it was back during the late 60s and part of the 70s that this subject came up, because of stuff that was happening to the cattle, to the livestock, right? Okay, now. There was one report, and it was witnesses, but the witnesses were, how would you say, scared to say anything, and even a few of them ended up missing, and even died under mysterious circumstances, which would amount to the same as a plague. I don't know I can't remember what they tried to pass that one off as, but now some were saying, okay, that it was alien abductions, and aliens that were experimenting on the livestock. Now, remember, also, though, they were saying that the government was out there. There were helicopters out there. This is why you didn't see any tracks at all. They would lift these cattle, and pick them up. Same with the horses. They'd pick them up, and they had, what do you call them? Chinook helicopters. And so they would was doing experiments, thus the lasers and stuff, and they drain the blood out of the animals and blah 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 and stuff, and then they would put down after they was done with it, they'd put the livestock back right where they picked it up as. That's why there was no tracks, blah blah, etc. All right, and there happened though that some, that was out there looking for the answers for what was happening to their livestock, and they found the answer, but they couldn't say nothing because of certain events that was taking place, with the witnesses being hushed. Yeah, exactly there, bro. That's the big two-prop chop. I'm getting my tongue tied tonight. Choppers. Yeah, two-prop choppers. And so now the question lies in this, all right, is it a combination of both? In some instances, maybe aliens or government or both? You know, in some instances, maybe government, and some instances, maybe UFOs, the alien thing, you know. So that is a good question here. And now, this video was done by Justin Knight when he was covering that story. I think it was sometime last month, I think. Don't quote me on it. I think it was. But I'd been so busy and stuff, you know, and so the question is, you know, is on this, do you think that it's aliens or government? All right, now you can look this up on Justin Knight's channel on his videos. And I mean, they do a good coverage on a lot of things, and I would suggest that also that maybe it would be worthwhile to just going over to his channel and taking a look, seeing what he has. Okay. Now, I'm over here looking up this other thing, and something's missing. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Um, whoa. Oh, hold on. All right, okay, here's the other one. Well, wait, no, that's the wrong one. I think it's in a different file. Let's see. Okay. That would be under what? Well, it's not showing up for some reason. Probably going on, I have to look it up on another file. Because sometimes it's everything's got all discombobulated. All right. Well, I don't know. I should have pulled this up earlier. I had found it at one point. Now I just can't find it. Now this is really weird. I don't understand. Hold on. Let me pull up all files. All right. Maybe I'm getting close. I just gotta keep looking here. I apologize. Yeah, my brother, Standing Bear, my oldest brother, you know, he was in the special forces, uh, and he worked on them Apache helicopters. He worked on them, and of course, he also did a lot of other different psyop type stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Well, I'm sitting over here trying to find that. I don't think. I think some. I think I lost. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to, might just look at later on, trying to find those files and then just save them and on another live bring them up. But now here's something. All right, where'd it go? I just had it. Um, all right, now I know that this one it delves in a little bit of politics. All right, uh, it's about Zelensky, Mr. Adolf Zelensky. All right, hold on. We'll get it up. And
Ukrainian civilians are tying their fellow Ukrainians to trees again in Odessa. Are these the democratic values that the Biden administration has been telling us that we have to send all of our taxpayer money and weapons to protect? Take a look. What was the grave crime that this man being taped to a tree committed in Odessa? Being a Russian saboteur, speaking Russian, being an ethnic Russian. Yeah, one of those things. That's the problem here. That's the problem here. Anyone who is deemed a Russian saboteur, an ethnic Russian, a speaker of Russian, gets taped to a tree, sprayed in the face with antiseptic dye, sometimes worse, sometimes they're stripped down naked in front of their family, beaten with sticks or whips. That's the Ukrainian way of democracy, freedom, and justice, right? Now, I can't say I'm all that surprised, of course, coming from a government and a military that upholds this sort of ideology. Yeah, these are real photos. Yes, these are all real photos. Disgusting. Nazi flags left and right all across the country and the military, emblazed with a swastika. Yeah, and then of course you have the black sun on the bottom left. You have the red and black fascist OUN flags. They're all over the place.
now this is on Jackson Hinkle's channel, and he has some good things, from time to time, worthwhile reports and stuff. And then there's some, like, okay, yeah, sure. But now, here with Zelensky there in Ukraine, we have all these questions about where is the money going to that's going over to Ukraine? What is happening to all the weapons that's going over there and that's not showing up? And other inconsistencies, etc. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Okay, so, but here's the thing. All right, it's proven all someone's got to do is look it up themselves and stuff, is that Zelensky is a Nazi. I'm not saying it just to call him that. I mean, he is. It's funny there. At the beginning, when all this stuff first started happening with Ukraine, now don't get me wrong, I don't blame the people of Ukraine. I have a lot of love and feel sorry for them for what they're going through. But however, the government, the majority, not all of them, but the majority of the government is ran by Nazis. And the ones who are not, they get shut up or put out, arrested, killed, different things like that, etc., etc., etc. But at the beginning of all this stuff, I was suckered like a lot of people into believing, that, the poor, Zelensky, the poor Ukraine, hey, let's go fight and help them. But once more information came out, and I realized, man, even if I was fit and able, there'd be no way I would go over and fight for that dude. You know, and there's a lot of stuff goes on over there, but a lot of people, uh, got different opinions. Some say, yeah, go help them fight. I say help the people with food or things like that. But as far as helping that government, oh heck no. I don't believe in helping a bunch of Nazis. They're crooked as the day is long, with them and Russia and everything. It's like the one is calling the pot like the pot calling the kettle black. It's kind of like, seriously, So I mean, there you go. But here's a question though: do you think that Zelensky is Nazi or not Nazi, or what? And do you think that we should or should not be helping Ukraine with that war? I personally don't be thinking that we should be helping a Nazi government. If we went back in time, if and would it be? Oh yeah, he's Jewish, just like Hitler was Jewish too, and turn around, that still Nazis. Hitler didn't like his own heritage, and well, actually, he was half Jewish. You know, uh, but that is Hitler was half Jewish and everything. But now we can sit there and look and ask these questions, about different things, like the involvement with the Ukraine government and all this, the war, blah blah blah. I mean, et cetera, et cetera. Also, we have questions about like things, like on aliens, about cattle mutilations and stuff. Is it government doing the mutilations, or is it uh, UFOs, aliens, or whatever, or is it both? You know. And now there's also other questions. I wish I'd have had could have found that other video I was looking for, but I also had one I accidentally deleted. We talk about Sasquatch. Now some's got different opinions about Sasquatch, but it would be interesting to find out, is Sasquatch. Now, some I know don't believe in Sasquatch. They don't believe Sasquatch is real. But we're going to look at all questions and answers here. Is Sasquatch real? I personally believe Sasquatch is real. All right. The other is Sasquatch a Nephilim byproduct? Is it a different form of maybe like an ape? Like something of that nature. Is it a government experiment? I mean, and we can go down the line, but I tonight I can't stay on long. I have to keep it short because I got to get up early in the morning. But I promised I was going to come on live tonight, and tomorrow, like I said, I got to get up early. But Sunday I was I, I was going to go online, but I couldn't because well, I had a little problem with the trots, if you know what I mean. There's just no way that was going to happen. Had some food that kind of like disagreed with me a little bit, even though I might have liked the food. It disagreed with me. So yeah, we all have those problems. And if you got any other questions and things that would be good to cover, do not, hesitate in asking them, and we can cover them on another live stream. If you got it, but on tonight's thing about the cattle mutilations and like on this uh, Ukraine, is uh, it right for our government, the U.S., to get involved in a war, helping, like by proxy through uh, Ukraine to fight Russia, or should we leave well enough alone and stuff? Now, I believe that the people there is, it's not their fault because of their government and stuff, but I believe that, as far as helping people there with food and things like that, I mean, we're humans. And my belief is as human beings, we should help those who are in need. If they're hungry, they need medicines and things like that. Yeah, we should help. We should help anybody. But as far as in this particular case, though, with Ukraine and Russia, the question is, should we be involved in this particular war? Now, we can cover a whole lot of stuff on this particular issue, and we'd be on here for hours. But questions is what's important here, and answers. Questions and answers. And I'm going to have to leave this question, or these two questions, hanging in the air to give anyone a chance to give an answer, whether agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. We all got opinions and thoughts. It's good to look at it all and see what kind of answer that we can come up with that will satisfy all. Which let's just say the majority. You can't satisfy everyone. There's just no way. That's why we're human beings. That's why we're all different. But it's fascinating on the different issues and things that we come up with on our answers on these questions, because if we look hard enough, ask the right questions, we can eventually come up with an answer that really gives a very, very good explanation for everything. But, and also, one other question that I want to ask, so that way, if people want to get in on it, share their own thoughts and views on it. All right, now, here it is. Does one view, and also using biblical response to it, is it okay or not okay to be talking to the dead, to those who are departed? Now there's some passages in the scripture that in the Old Testament particularly, that some people that like mediums and stuff will pull up to use to say that it's okay. But I would like to look at that at another time and just look at it together, and see what answers we can come up to that question. All right, now tomorrow I got a lot of things I got to do, and of course I'm old, and oh dang, yeah, I'm old. Someone say it's just a number, you know, but it's like, well, my body will disagree. It ain't just a number. It's more than that. My body says, "Hey, dude, man, you're old. If you don't believe me, here, ow, 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 ow. Okay, okay, okay. You win, body." Yeah. Um, but I also want to make a request for everybody to also remember Standing Bear in your prayers. Keep them always in your prayers. We should also be praying for one another. Uh, because my brother here, he needs the prayers, as we all do. He's been going through tough and hard times, and I've been there when you lost a loved one, and we've all lost loved ones. And so I want everyone to, hey, say some prayers for Standing Bear, and also go to his channel, show him some love, genuine love, not, oh, well, let's do it because Warhorse said do it. No, you do it because it's out of your heart. You go and show love from your heart. That's important. We show love to one another, concern from the heart. We show that care, you know. And hey, and if you haven't, any of y'all that's got an enemy, hey, you're welcome there, Standing Bear. Anytime, always. And I would suggest to people now, I know here's a hard thing. It's a hard thing, a hard pill to swallow, but even with your enemies, even Christ Himself said to pray for your enemies, those that hate you, that use you despitefully. Think about it. That's hard. If it was easy, He wouldn't have said it. It's about overcoming our will and letting God's will, the Creator, the beautiful great one's will to take place and be that in control of our hearts. But pray for one another, even your enemies. And you'd be surprised how that will work in your heart. So, yeah, it's getting around that time. And I am going to have to get off of here and try to catch y'all at another time. And I hope that y'all will be blessed. I apologize for him hauling around and sounding like I got like a chicken with its head cut off, sitting there trying to find some video files that should have had already up and all this, but well, I didn't want to disappoint anyone. I believe in keeping my promises, and I said I was going to be on tonight. So I'm coming on. So anyway, and also go to Danny Staten. Go to his channel and show him some love, and also go to Old Johnny Music. Go to him, show him some love. And hey, and there's so many on here in Handicapped Traveler. Oh, go show him some love. Good people, love them. So all right, let's pray for one another, and I will be catching you on the flip-flop side on the next time. And I will, do my best to let y'all know ahead of time when I do my next live, and hopefully I can be able to be on a little bit longer, not too long, but a little bit longer than like tonight. And so anyway, y'all be blessed, and you take care. I love you all. I love you there, Standing Bear. You take care there, bro. Danny, love you, bro. And Julie, love you. And Susan, love y'all. And Sarah, and all of y'all. And Handicapped Traveler, love you three over there. Mrs. Traveler and little Lucy over here, love them. Love her too. All right. Well, y'all take care and be blessed. And, I just want you to know that I do love y'all. And so take care of yourselves. And as I'm closing out, I'm going to let this play. And then we'll see y'all the next time I go live. But I'm going to, sometime this week, have some videos up. So, all right. Catch y'all later. Stay blessed. And watch your six out there, all right? And I will see you another day, another time. And till then, later, y'all. Aho and wado.
He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.